the grand facade of Huddersfield Station. This must have made quite a statement when it was opened 156 years ago in 1849. A statue of Harold Wilson stands outside the Corinthian column main portico. Two subsidiary porticos stand one on either side of the main portico, each bearing a company coat of arms. Huddersfield and Manchester Railway and Canal Company, incorporated 1845. Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Company, incorporated AD 1836. The Class 158 unit, bound for Manchester Airport, heads into Huddersfield Tunnel.
Platform 8 will be delayed 10:57. Service to Newcastle.
Out of Huddersfield Tunnel, a Class 158 set runs into Platform 8, bound for Newcastle, calling at Dewsbury, Leeds, York, Northallerton, Darlington, Durham and Newcastle. And away to Newcastle. From Platform 8, steps lead down to a subway. Walking through the subway to the station entrance brings us to a road bridge over the tunnel mouth. From here is a fine view of the western throat of the station. A two-car set for Sheffield stands in the bay platform as a Manchester-bound express enters the tunnel, passing under the road bridge. A couple of 100 yards sees these two impressive ventilator shafts, one of brick, one of stone. Now stood above the western portal of Huddersfield Tunnel at Springwood Junction and looking into the twin mouths of Gledholt Tunnel. Emerging from Huddersfield Tunnel, a Class 158 set heads into Gledholt Tunnel for Manchester. This is followed by a two-car pacer set taking the curve for Penistone and Sheffield. The curve for Penistone runs out over Paddock Viaduct, going over the River Colne and the Huddersfield Narrow Canal. Now back to Springwood Junction as empty RMC hoppers head into Gledholt Tunnel. The eastbound mouth of the Huddersfield Tunnel is hidden behind the trackside trees. Shortly followed by this 158 set into the tunnel, as a train of household waste from Manchester exits Gledholt Tunnel and now runs into Huddersfield Tunnel. And finally at this spot, a Class 158 set exits Huddersfield Tunnel and goes into the westbound portal of Gledholt Tunnel. Note the curved archstones of the tunnel mouth. Exiting Gledholt Tunnel and then over the stone viaduct at Milnsbridge. Just after Milnsbridge, this fine stone road overbridge, spanning a cutting, took my fancy. Against a wall by the bridge, I uncovered this L&W Railway Company cast iron boundary post. Just after the road bridge, the line is seen across the valley at Goldcar. Here two trains cross. In the valley bottom is the Huddersfield Narrow Canal. Here by the canal is one of the many out-of-use woolen mills, as usual being refurbished into apartments. Then a view across the valley from Linthwaite of the spar carpet weaving mill, and behind the stone arched railway viaduct at Well House. Now comes Slaithwaite, and in the valley bottom, by the canal, is the Globe Worsted Company Mill, where production of fine worsted cloth has just recently ceased, after 118 years. Slaithwaite Station and empty household waste containers head for the Greater Manchester area. Slaithwaite has split platforms, and the Manchester-bound express is soon followed by the old station stopper from Huddersfield to Manchester Victoria. Another 2 miles and Marsden Station. The old station to Manchester stopper, a Class 156 set, comes into the upslope platform. The upslope platform backs straight onto the canal. The Class 150 set leaves Marsden and heads up the valley for Manchester. Now the approach to the 3-mile-long Standedge Tunnel. The present-day railway tunnel from Diggle to Marsden was opened in 1894. This double-track tunnel superseded 2 previously bored single-track tunnels. The mouth of the Canal Tunnel, which also runs for 3 miles under the Pennines to Diggle, running alongside the rail tunnels. A 3-car set goes over the canal into the tunnel as a train of empty waste containers stands in the upslow loop before it proceeds into the tunnel. a closer view of the canal tunnel mouth. To complicate things even more, just before the rail tunnel mouth, converging moorland streams pass over the railway on an aqueduct. A few hundred yards from the tunnel mouths is the tunnel end inn. The 3-car 158 set enters the tunnel under Standedge, and above on the moor the road passes close by two adjacent ventilator shafts. Probably once a steam-driven winding house for hoisting waste out of the tunnels. The western portal of the 1894 tunnel. On the right, behind the trees, the two single-bore portals. Manchester bound and approaching Diggle Box, just down the track from the tunnel mouth. From the box, a disused track bed leads under a road bridge and then onto a pedestrian bridge, the bridge going over the railway. From this bridge, another mill is seen, close by the canal. The unit is now approaching Upper Mill, where it will go over this fine stone viaduct and over the canal.
Morning.
A mile after the viaduct comes Greenfield Station. A Manchester-bound express rushes through as the old station's stopper leaves for Huddersfield. Now the old station stopper to Manchester Victoria. Across the road from the insignificant station entrance is the Railway Tavern. Just after the station, this cast iron clad bridge caught my eye. And on towards Mossley. With Saddleworth Moor in the background, the line is on a falling gradient all the way to Manchester. And Mossley is reached. And again empty refuse containers for the Greater Manchester area. Just past Mossley Station, the line passes the back door steps of this terrace row, and the unit for Huddersfield enters Mossley Station. Now a unit for Manchester passes the back doors of the terrace. And then into Scout Tunnel. "9 miles, I presume, to Manchester Victoria. Somewhere around here is the eastern entrance to Stalybridge Tunnel. I never did find the entrance, but I did find this brick ventilation shaft by the western portal. The Class 158 set exits the western portal of Stalybridge Tunnel and then runs towards and through the station. Viewing from the end of platform 2 as a Manchester-bound train exits the tunnel and enters the station. past Stalybridge Box. The pacer leaves for Manchester and passes a train in Bay Platform 3, awaiting to start its journey to Liverpool. A look at some of the fitments on Platform 1, such as this fine clock and an interesting commemorative plaque. A Manchester Express passes the waiting Liverpool train, and then by Stalybridge Box. The signal is clear for the Liverpool bound unit, which waits for late coming passengers. Looking from an overbridge half a mile past the box as the unit approaches, passing another mill. This the line to Manchester Piccadilly by Guide Bridge. Now passing the box, a unit swings off at the junction, taking the line to Manchester Victoria via Ashton. Back to the line to Guy Bridge and Manchester Piccadilly. Then over the joining of two canals, the Huddersfield Narrow Canal and the Ashton Canal. By the canal basin is once again a commemorative plaque, this one to Eli Whaley, donkey stone manufacturer. Now passing over the Ashton Canal and then the River Tame. Then over the road between Ashton and Dukinfield. And still at Dukinfield, the line complete with extinct 1500 volt DC gantries goes over another canal, the Peak Forest Canal. And over the River Tame once again. Another mile and then Guide Bridge, and viewed off the platform, a 158 unit from Huddersfield joins the 25,000 volt electrified line from Hadfield and Glossop and runs non-stop through the station. This Class 323 Greater Manchester suburban set, taking its power from the 25,000 volt alternating current overhead line, stops and then departs for Manchester, passing on its left a non-electrified freight-only line to Reddish and beyond. A Class 66 hauled train of empty waste containers from the Roxby landfill site, Scunthorpe, comes off from Huddersfield. Taking the freight-only line to Northenden, where it will be recharged with domestic waste. A Huddersfield-bound Class 158 set gets a feather signal as it approaches Guybridge West Junction, as another 158 set comes off at West Junction. Passing Station Junction, the service for Rose Hill comes into Guide Bridge. The station exterior, and across the road the junction ends.